Hey nerds! This is the Pretty Nerdz podcast. Let's get into it.
Now point your fingers up to the sky and talk through your nose way up high. Spin and dip and jump and cavort and finish it off with a laugh and snort.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Pretty Nerdz podcast. This is your girl Falan DeAnn.
And this is your girl Nay.
How's everything been going?
Good. Can't complain on my end. What about yourself?
Good. Just counting down for spring. It don't even have to be spring. I'm just ready for March. Feel like it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Over it.
Right. Tired of this cold weather. I'm over it. I can't believe we barely get snow, but even this little bit of snow, I'm over.
It is thick for y'all? Because I know our temperatures are a little.
Oh yeah. Last week when it snowed, it's stuck and it stayed until it warmed up. So it stayed for a couple of days, and it was a lot more inches. This time it snowed yesterday. It wasn't a lot of snow, but it turned into black ice quickly. And then it snowed again a little bit last night, but hopefully it'll warm up a little bit and get rid of all of the remnants.
Cool. I hate it. I'm so over it.
Girl, listen, I slipped and busted my ass yesterday. Oh, painful. I'm in pain right now. Oh,
sorry.
Girl, I went on a little slip and slide. I was like, oh Lord, I'm gonna die. And of course, it's the worst thing because it was like I was coming out of the house and I was like, oh, I'm fine. I was walking down the little stairs and then all of a sudden just bloop, bloop, bloop. I was like, oh, thank God I didn't hit my head though, because I was right on that little concrete. I was like, ooh.
I did that once before. I was holding on to dear life and I was like, please don't let me hit the steps and boop. I was like, girl, it's so
that's why I'm over it. So I'm just like, oh, it's time for y'all to go. No more snow. Over it. Bring on the spring.
I think last week it was like really cold here, and I really Googled. I'm like, what is the temperature in Florida right now? If you didn't hear, if I didn't hear all the sucky shit that happens in Florida, I would definitely move. Just for the warmer temperatures.
Very true. I would move anywhere else where it's warm. I don't care. I'm so over. I wish I had money so that when it's cold, I can just change my zip code.
It make you think about all the people that's retired where you the summertime, they go from New York to Florida or something like that. It's like, I need to be able to do that.
Facts.
I ain't got enough money to have two places. I got enough money to move and I work remote. Oh, I need to win the lottery.
Facts. Oh, man. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into the hot topics for this week. First and foremost, want to wish a happy birthday to our forever First Lady, Michelle Obama. Today is her birthday. We love you. We miss you, obviously. You're still out there looking fly as ever. So salute to her and happy birthday. Also, in really, really quick news, Danielle Brooks, she got married. Looked gorgeous, by the way.
She really did. Her dresses were so beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful. I mean, I looked at those pictures. I was like, God damn, those joints is fire. Her and her husband just looked so when you talk about wedding photos, those were some bomb ass wedding photos. They looked good.
They really that first dress with the full skirt and the off the shoulder top. I was like, oh my gosh, it is just it just fit her perfectly, her skin tone and her having a warm skin, undertones, and then that orange, I mean, especially burnt orange, and it takes a lot to kind of pull it off and still be elegant. It was just so beautiful. I was like, I loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. So congratulations to them on their new nuptials and all of that good stuff. We love to see it. In not so great news, though, Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet, announced that they are getting divorced. I think they've been married for what? Only, I think it's like 5 years. They've been together for like 11 or 12 years, something like that.
I want to say, is it 7 they was married? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Nonetheless, I mean, divorce sucks. So, but they seem like they've been kind of apart based on their statements. It seems like they've been living separately for a while, and been apart for a while. So, they just kind of pulled the trigger on the divorce thing. I did see a bunch of people on there trying to push Lenny back, say, Lenny, go back and get your girl. I think that ship has sailed. I don't anticipate, I mean, but I guess you can never know. I mean, we've seen weirder things. So maybe, but I just don't see Lisa Bonet and Lenny Kravitz after what? How many years has it been? Damn near 30 plus years. Shit. I don't see it happening, but you never know.
Yeah. I doubt it.
Also, in sad news, Bob Saget from Full House fame, the comedian, he passed away. From everything, all the reports, though, they're saying that it wasn't like a painful or anything like that. They're saying it was a peaceful, in his sleep, pass away. So, but condolences to his family, friends. It was very sudden and out of the blue, but again, condolences, and yeah, just really sad though. It was just definitely kind of out of the blue though.
Yeah, definitely was.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the mess of this week. Let's start with this whole T.I. rant, since that's kind of just been up there. He went on a little rant talking about that no other rapper could out-rap him. He gave off a list of names from Nas to Jay, to pretty much people who are severely out of his weight class in terms of rapping. Sir, the Delusions. What are your thoughts?
When you say out of his weight class, I was like, yeah, physically and lyrically as well. I can't believe he said that. Like, and then when he named, like, I mean, he was like Jay-Z. Let me go and pull this up because I just want to put Jay-Z, Nas, Wayne, Kanye. Sir, why did you wake up this morning with your balls that big? Like, what's happening in your life that you got on the internet? And what the people say now, that's not key or whatever. Like, don't do that. I definitely, he's not a bad rapper. Like, I used to bump T.I. back in the day, Paper Trail. But to say that he can out rap like Jay-Z, no, don't do that. Or to say they don't want him on a song because he will, I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's it. Like, just in the past, I can't even think in the past 5 years, like a T.I. record that I'd have just listened to or have even released any music. But I feel like him and Jay-Z was on a track on Paper, if I'm not mistaken. But anywho, I definitely think that he's delusional. I don't know if it's crack that he was smoking or not, but definitely delusional. Maybe he got something that he finna drop because he was speaking out his ass. Like, totally out of his ass. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. And I don't even think it's like a Southern rap, hip hop. It's just, no. Like, no.
Listen, delusion. That's all we get. Delusion. Okay, that list that he gave was pure delusion. And look, like you said, back in the day, I used to like T.I. records. Like, I like T.I.'s, had a couple of his joints. Obviously, King was one of my favorite albums that he did. But, sir, we will never, ever, ever, I will never, ever, ever let you forget that time that you got mopped on that Stomp record by Ludacris, baby. I'm not gonna let you forget it. Ever. So let's not do this. At that point, you ain't even the best rapper in the South because the way Ludacris just walked all over you on that track, sir. Let's leave it alone. Let's not do this ever again. The audacity of you to say that you could get on a record and out rap Wayne. Let's not do this. Jay? Nas? No, sir. No.
That's what I was like. I mean, is it crack? Because it ain't gotta be crack. It can't be nothing else but crack. Because it's like, sir, why did you get on Al Gore's internet and say something like this?
Okay. Look, I don't even know. Child.
And then you named the greats. And not saying that T.I., if you do like, well, for me, I would say like maybe top 50 rappers or something, that he wouldn't make the list. But he ain't top 10.
The delusions, man. That's all you can say. The delusions. I don't know what's going on over there.
Like, did you want to be heard this morning? What's happening? Are you and T.I. beef? I mean, you and Tiny beef? What's going on? Sir, don't do this.
Craziness. Also in crazy news, your boy Kanye just this week has been wilding. First and foremost, he released that weird ass cover of that record that he did with The Game. And on that song, he alluded to the fact that he wants to fight Pete Davidson. He also apparently he's under investigation for hitting a fan or hitting someone who was trying to get an autograph. I don't know. Got on the internet and tried to explain that the reason he bought a house across the street from Kim was because ain't nobody gonna stop him from seeing his kids. And he got on the internet again talking about Kim trying to keep him from his kids, and that she was trying to keep him from Chicago's birthday party. Little dude, what, a couple of, maybe an hour later, then we see him popped up all smiles with Kris Jenner at Chicago's birthday party. And then now they're saying that literally after the birthday party, like Kim said, where he said they were going to have separate birthday parties, like literally after her birthday party, her joint birthday party with Stormy, he took Chicago and had his own birthday party, just like Kim said. So listen, a whole mess. That's all I can say. Per usual, when it comes to Kanye, a whole fucking mess. What are your thoughts on the whole thing?
So I wouldn't even go that wasn't on like my topic list, because I feel like Kanye is using the hate that people have for the Kardashian brand and Kim specifically to, I guess, garner as much support for him and backlash for her as he can. Mm-hmm. And it's weird because I don't hate her that much that I can't be like, it's a fucked up situation. And I feel like with the whole birthday party thing, you guys are going through a divorce. Depending upon how messy it get, which is leading towards the messy end, you're going to probably have to have separate things. And to me, it was more like him going to social media is you're trying to bully her. You have the means to have another birthday party. And obviously from the report, you had the intentions, but it's like, oh, I got to be here at this one. You don't have to be. And if you had already set up, hey, we're going to have separate birthday parties, and he was like, I want to celebrate with her on her day, and people in the comments was like, well, today is actually her birthday. So if he's getting her after the party with her mother and having his own party, what's the issue?
Facts.
What's the issue now? Like, I feel like as a whole, I'm going to put the onus on like some of Black people because we make excuses for Kanye. Like, oh, his mother passed away. He has mental issues. Kanye, by his own words, and if he's not worth $1 billion, he's worth a great sum of money. He's worth enough money where he has the access to the best doctors, innovative new medicine. He has the opportunity to be like monitored on his medicine. If it's not working for him, then he probably can have a 24-hour doctor on standby to say, okay, let's change this. Let's do something different. I don't have sympathy for him in that regards because you have the resources, you have the means, you have the time, you have all of this access. This is not some poor man or some man that's working, a regular job that don't have the best insurance. He has the best. And he has admitted that he doesn't take his medicine. And I'm not going to call him crazy because I feel like it's a derogatory term, but I do think he's going through an episode. And every time he goes through an episode, it seems like no one holds him accountable, whether it's his team, people in the media, his fans. No one says, okay, listen, this can't happen like this. And I give it up to Kim. I'm not a fan. She's not my favorite by any means, but she has been dignified through this whole experience. Like, she has not spoke ill of him. He has gotten on the internet and said that, I wish we would have aborted the baby. Like, that alone would have made me like, you know what? I don't ever want to see your face again. Like, that alone. Then he like, well, I don't want my daughter doing this. It's just, and I feel like given the house, and I don't know if I did used to watch the Kardashians when they first came out. The house that they stayed in, that was a Kanye's house. Through and through. Kim didn't just give me that, and then people like, well, he made her high fashion. No, he didn't. She wasn't never, I don't think she ever dressed bad. I'm like, some of the shit she wore with him, I'm like, take it off. Some of the shit Kanye wore, take it off. Billionaire or not, the shit is ugly.
Right.
Them ugly ass dinosaur crate shoes, they're ugly. Take them off. Like, so it gives it's gonna definitely be messy. I just, it's one of those things. It's like, people relationships are private. They should stay private. But I do wish she would take up for herself. And I know she's trying to probably do it. Like, listen, I want it to be as quick and swift and easy as possible without hurting the children. But yeah, and I don't feel no sympathy for him because they ruin black men. No, they don't. Because if they ruin when you ruin something, it's like it's unintentional. These people know what they're getting into when they marry these women. They're not bamboozled. Kanye wasn't bamboozled when he married Kim. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Sought her out. Okay, sought her
right.
out.
So I'm like, he knew what he was doing. And I like just the way he has been carrying on. I'm like the way he ruined a good friendship with Jay-Z. He hopped on this stuff that he's done for years, and people like, oh, he's a genius. Where do you get genius from? Neil deGrasse is a genius. Kanye is, by no stretch of imagination, is a fucking genius.
Child, they just be throwing that word around for folks, man. They just be throwing it around.
Musically, I don't think he's a genius. I'm like, he makes some good songs. So I just don't know.
Listen, you and me both. All I can say is that, like you said, I'm not no Kardashian fan or nothing like that. But in my opinion, it's getting scary out here. People when they're going through manic episodes, it can be scary, and just the sporadicness in the way that he kind of goes back and forth. It's almost given if I can't have you, nobody else can type shit. It's really, I don't know, that shit would freak me out. Him buying a house across from her, every interview he talking about that's his wife. He still, you know what I'm saying? I still want to be with her. But then 2 seconds later, he pressed up with this other girl, almost trying to turn her into a pseudo. It's weird. It's I don't know. That shit would freak me out. I would almost feel like you 2 seconds away from me having to get a restraining order on your ass. Because that's
Listen, and people don't want to call it for what it is, but like, bro, he gives me like I don't. It just it's not coming out like you said good for me. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
and I feel like she's trying to protect him by not going to the media. Which I mean, I get it, but then like I said, I listen. Don't let people drag you like that. But
That's
they
what I
gonna do that
said.
regardless.
Look, that's what I said. He got, if it was me, he would have one more time. Listen, I'd have to put out, sir, stop playing with my name. Stop playing with my name. Cause you got one more time to get on this internet talking about me. And then it's on.
Right. And it's so have you like people like he gonna tell their family secrets. He was part of their family. What secrets he gonna tell without airing his business? I'm like, I don't think like overall they have like these huge secrets or something like that going on. I think it's I mean, it's regular family bullshit. Yeah, they're cultural vultures. They wanna, get surgery and enhancements. You can tell. But I don't think it's some hidden thing that they got in the closet or something like that. And I'm like, I mean, to me, like, I don't know what black men date and destroy. I'm just gonna be honest. They might seek them out, but they run for black men been pretty
Yeah.
because Kim got
Exactly.
Kanye, Chloe got Tristan, and that's fucked up. Both of them.
Yeah. Basically, they track record ain't been that great with men, period. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. Anywho, let's go ahead and move to this topic with the pastor who spit. Listen, I couldn't even. I read the little synopsis, and I was just like, "Wait, what is this for?" Like, I cannot understand. I don't look. Ew. That's all I can
Right.
say. Like, spit grosses me out so much that I'm just like, ew.
I was so mad at myself for watching the video because, of course, Instagram already starts playing the video as soon as you get like it was one of the first things that popped up when I opened Instagram. I was so fucking mad when I heard that like good spirit. I was like, what the fuck he do? Like, ooh, it made me. I didn't even know what was happening, but I'm like, why did he? And then when he spit in his hand, I was like, why the fuck he doing it? And then that's what made like I was just like, I can't watch this no more. And I looked, that was like, and reading the comments, I'm like, he put that in somebody's fucking face. Listen, I don't understand. And they said it was his brother.
I would have punched my fucking brother in his face. Church or no, you would have got punched in your fucking face in front of everybody. It dropped. I'm not gonna do this with you.
That's why I was like, that was so nasty. And it's like people are taking up for that, which that was like if you listen to the sermon. No, no, no. How I'm gonna listen to a sermon and this man to spit in his hand. Listen to what? He spit in his hand.
Disgusting.
It was like, well, if you listen, the application, I'm like, I am all for practical application for Bible lessons. Like sometimes you have to see it played out. However, if it's from the scripture that I think he's talking about, God used mud and his spit and did that. You did not have to use that for practical application. Your spit for, and then you didn't use no mud. And you did it a couple times. I'm like, that's nasty. And then, of course, Twitter always has the good old receipts. Was like, this is not the first like foolish thing that he's done. He had like a sermon, I guess, on divorce or speaking about divorce, and he was like, you not liking your partner is not a reason for divorce. And he gave like, that's one of those things where it's like, oh, he gives good information, then it's foolishness, and then he was like, oh, he hit me, not a reason for a divorce. So where you get that from? And why are you encouraging? To me, that's such irresponsibility to have such a big following. For you to say your husband abusing you or anybody abusing, if you're in a relationship and a woman is abusing you or whatever, to say, you know what? No, that's not a reason for divorce. So death, be like, because that's eventually where it goes or close to.
Right.
So you're willing to let children be ruined by them, like staying in situations where they're seeing abuse, like it's just irresponsible. Like I put on my Facebook, I'm like, there is no way that God sent that message to him, and if he didn't send it to him, like that was pure ego. During a pandemic, you spit in your hand, and just spitting itself. Oh,
Nasty. Nasty.
oh.
Nasty. I just I don't know. There's certain things that it just gross me out. And spit is one of them. Spit is just nasty. I don't understand people. Like I be looking, and this is completely off topic, but the people who be talking about people spitting in their mouth, and I just be like, but y'all don't, that's like, I almost hardly don't even really like to kiss because I don't like spit that much. Like I just,
You like keep it minimum as possible.
exactly.
I just, yeah, they real life, like it was horrible. Like even like I said, I'm mad because I didn't read the caption. I just was like letting the video play and just hearing I was like, this is some bullshit. I can't believe this man did this.
Right? A complete
Like,
foolish mess.
well, and I seen one local pastor and I admire her and her work, but she was like taking up for it. And I'm like, there is no way that was of God. And I was like, I'm like, y'all gonna have people straying further away from the church because guess what? They're gonna be like, oh, I knew it. It gives, you know, credit to like, this is the reason why I don't follow is because of this. Like, which if you want to follow, you have to do the work to find correct leadership. But that was just horrible. Horrible. Like, one of the worst examples of a Bible story that I've probably ever seen before.
Yeah.
And I grew up in the church in the trenches. Like if the doors was open, we had our butt on the seat. So, and I done seen a lot of BS. But that right there, number one, top tier. And I just feel like with a lot of pastors that have a big following, especially people that they, watch them on social media, they do a lot of stuff for shock value. A lot. And it's just foolishness for me.
Yeah.
Foolishness.
Agreed. Complete nasty mess. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Complete nasty mess. All right, so let's get into our final hot topic this week. It was announced that Kendrick Lamar is teaming up with the guys from South Park who make South Park. I can't remember. I know one. I think it's Trey and Seth. I can't remember their last names right now. I remember once for sure his name is Trey, and I think the other one's name is Seth, but I can't remember. Anyway, besides the point, he's teaming up with them and he's putting together a comedy. And this comedy is supposed to be where this guy is an actor, so he's doing a slave reenactment, or he signs up, or I don't know, he works at a museum or some shit like that as a slave reenactor, and then finds out that his white girlfriend's family owned him or owned his family. I don't listen. The whole preface seemed odd as fuck to me, but what are your thoughts on it?
I don't know how it's gonna be a comedy. I don't get what's funny about it. Like, and then to be like, oh yeah, you're gonna learn that her family owned. What the fuck type of shit is like? How is it funny? What's gonna be funny? Or like, what's the comedic relief on slavery? And especially we ain't got no reparations from it. Things haven't gotten too much better. So where's the comedic relief in it? What's gonna make me laugh? Like I'm not watching it to even see or to be like, it wasn't that bad. I'm not. But I just don't understand why people take on these projects And I just want to know what go through their head and be like, you know what, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. I think that maybe he's thinking because now I remember their names now. So Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they're the creators of South Park. If you've ever watched South Park falls into that category of like shock funny, I guess, when you think of like adult animation, where it goes to like those shocking places to get you to laugh. And like you find yourself like you feel like you shouldn't be laughing, but you're laughing. So I think maybe that's what they're going for. I wonder if it's going to be, did it say in the thing, did it say it was going to be live action or if it's going to be like animation?
It didn't say. It didn't say.
Okay. Because I think if they go maybe adult animation, that type of way, then maybe that's how they're thinking they're going to get the laughs. I can't see it. I just can't see it in a live action format with actual people. But I think if they do like the adult animation and kind of put it in that category, South Park, Family Guy, Rick and Morty type shit, it'll find an audience. But I can't see it as like a live action. I don't get it, but who knows?
Yeah. Yep. Won't be watching it like no. I don't know. I expected better from Kendrick Lamar.
Very true. Very true. Maybe there's more to come. Who knows? We'll see. All right. So that's all we have for hot topics this week. Let's go ahead and jump into the relationship portion of the show.
Alrighty. I'll go first.
Okay.
And my question is, would you accept your partner wanting to make an ex a godparent to your child with them?
So that's an easy answer for me. It would be no, because I wouldn't understand where that would, like, you know what I mean? Like how that would come to play. Like how would you even want, or how or why would you even want an ex that you used to be with to be a godparent to your child? Like people I think misunderstand what godparents are. Like godparents are supposed to be like, if you die, these the people who get your kids. Like and so I'm supposed to, an ex person that I used to date, I don't even care if we cool or not. I'm supposed to trust you with my kid? No. No, I'm good on that. What about yourself?
I'm like right there with you. I mean, I think for most people it's no brainer. It's gonna be a hell no for me. Like I feel like at this big old age, I don't even want to talk to nobody that's cool with their ex like that. Like you're the ex for a reason. It might be jealousy or whatever you want to call it. But when people be holding on to it, like, well, we're cool. Okay, well, just go be cool with them and leave me out of y'all cool. But I agree totally. Like, godparents show up to like birthday parties, school plays. They come get them on the weekend, or yeah, my baby not spending the night at your ex house.
It's just weird.
And especially if no, it's not like y'all share, the same father, your kids got. No, this is just a godparent out of all the people. Like you ain't got nobody else. No.
Yeah.
People be
Weird
doing
shit.
too much. And then it had to be one person because I got the push now, so it had to be a couple of people that come in. It's like, y'all insecure. Yep, call it what you want. Yep, sure is. But no.
I don't even think that's insecurity though. I just think it gives weird. Like I just can't see wanting, who would want to choose an ex to be a godparent? Like I don't get it. Like I don't understand. Like you have family, you have actual like a friend group. Like how the fuck do, out of all the people in your life, you land on your ex?
Listen, be like, so you ain't got no good cousins. Where your male best friend at? Like,
Yeah,
no.
exactly. It's weird. It gets weird. I just don't. I don't know.
And another thing, and I know it's crazy because it probably is not really intended to be like it. Or I think different people do it different ways. But for the most part, the woman chooses the godmother, and then the dad chooses the godfather. So it's like, you gonna choose the godmother? Nigga, no. And they gonna make it your friend. No, I don't even want you to be that cool with an ex where you feel like they should be a godparent. Like, no.
Yeah. It's just weird. It's just weird to me.
Yeah.
But I bet you somebody's done it. But it's still weird.
Like, nah, I'm good.
All right. So my question this week is more lifestyle based. As you know, well, if you guys who listen to this show frequently know, both have the travel bug like crazy. So I figured I would ask this week, what are the top 3 places on your travel list?
Oh, for me, it would definitely be somewhere in the French Polynesian. I'm not really nailed down to any certain spot, but I want to stay in one of those, like, I guess I don't know if you'll call them cabanas. I don't think they're cabanas. Like the little huts that's out on the beach.
Bungalow.
Yeah, bungalow. Thank you. Yeah, so I don't know. It could be Bora Bora, Maldives. It really doesn't matter to me. So that one is one. I Saint Lucia for sure,
Okay.
and I want to go to. I want to go to Senegal because I want to see like that big old statue of like the man and the woman. And then I think they have like a little pink like river or something like that. So I do want to do that. So those are my top 3 right now.
Okay.
But them flights though. Oof.
Flights,
That one.
period, is crazy.
Listen, that one that like one to Senegal is like straight through from Atlanta, 15 hours. I'm like, hell no. Hell no. I don't know plane for 15 hours.
I did it.
Okay, like I will start being anxious like hour 2.
Oh,
When
yeah.
we gonna get there?
Girl, listen. Listen, that flight from China to not to Bora, I'm sorry, to Bali. Ooh, child. When I tell you, and you know in like for me, when I travel, what do they call it? Is it edema or something when your feet swell? Girl,
Yeah.
oh, the worst shit ever. So like that flight, you just have to imagine that shit was like the longest shit ever. But on those long ass flights, you do get really good food and they be having some good movies. So
I really listen. I fell in love. Like I went to Dubai, and I get that too on super long flights. I like when I got to Dubai, I was so swollen. I was like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, it was really good food. Like British Airways, good food.
right? Listen, they be having some bomb ass food. Okay. When I flew to Spain, shit, let me tell you, that food was so fucking good. Like they had like this Spanish rice with the saffron. Ooh, that shit was so good. I was like, British Airways be doing their thing.
And then it was so frequent that I was like, well, I guess I can go ahead and eat it if it's time. But it was so, and when I came back, I was like, I hope they had the same menu as last time, which they did, but it was really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
What
All
about
right.
yourself?
So for me, my top 3, obviously I got to get to Greece. Like I'm in love with all of Greece. Like I want to like go around all the different islands of like, oh, it looks so beautiful. Every time I see it, I must go. So that's on my list. I want to go to Bora Bora. And I also want to make my way to Fiji.
Oh,
So those are my top 3 right now. But you know, my list changes all the fucking time. Like there's so many places that I want to travel. I still want to get to Cuba. Like,
listen. And do you like? I know it's probably like tailored to what you watch the most often, but a lot of my reels on Instagram or like travel places. And I just like, I want to go there. Even if it's places that I've been before, but it's different. I'm like, I want to go there again because I want to do that.
Right? Oh my God. So speaking of, I just seen Amber Riley posted about this chateau that's in the Alps in Italy. Girl. And you know I don't even like cold weather shit, but baby, like when I tell you that chateau is so fucking beautiful and like I was like, now that's something I would brace some cold weather for that shit. But it's so romancy that I was like, I can't take a solo trip there. So I have to have a bae in order to do that. But it's definitely like a couple's trip.
I saw one in the Alps as well, and it had like you come out, beautiful hotel room, and you come out, and it's like this warm. Of course, it's cold outside, and it's like this warm, like hot tub pool type deal. I'm like,
beautiful.
Do that.
Right? Like, hello, I want to go ASAP. Anywho. Well, I mean, I guess it's good to talk about travel. Hopefully, as we are kind of, I mean, I guess we can't never, I don't think we'll ever be done with COVID, obviously, but I think that we're going to, I'm going to speak it into existence. I feel like in 2022, we're going to finally see COVID go from pandemic to, what is it? Endemic? And I think it's endemic. Shit, I don't know. The one below pandemic, okay? It starts with a
pandemic where it's like, yeah,
where it's around, but essentially it's manageable and it ain't killing a bunch of fucking people all the fucking time. And then I feel like that's when things will really start to. I don't think that anything will ever go back to the way it was. I think that now, life has changed in a way that I think we'll always probably still see people who will, wear masks, or you'll see. I mean, like I said, when I traveled to China, they wore masks all the time anyway, even before the fucking pandemic. They just always had on masks. So, I mean, I think you'll start seeing that. I mean, obviously it won't be every person in a mask, but you'll probably still see some people who maybe for once in their life will like, well, shit, I'm sick, so maybe let me put on a mask or stuff like. You'll start to see people's mindsets and things change, hopefully. I'm gonna say hopefully, and then things start to just get back to as close to normal as they'll get,
Yeah. We'll see. I saw a video on one of the social media pages where they were showing in Barbados, when you test positive for COVID, they have like strict measures. Like they put like an ankle monitor on you. You are under like house arrest. And so many people were like, this, infringing on their rights and blah, blah, blah. I was like, y'all know some country citizens actually do things for the greater good and they have no issues with it. Okay. We just don't. We cry about wearing a fucking mask in a Petco, like, bro. Yes. Or we want to argue with science and say, no, science is lying, or the CDC is lying. I'm like, should y'all want to listen to the CDC when they said 14 days? Then they said 10. That ain't saying just take your ass back to work. But why we got to go back? You ain't been listening to nothing else. You in the club with a cold. Go ahead.
Child, whole mess. Whole fucking mess. Anywho, let us go ahead and move into our next space this week. So just for everybody out there, so Fallon's missing person this week. We aren't going to have one because thank goodness the person you were going to do was actually found. Yep. So she'll be back with one next week, and then obviously check our Instagram, and on the website we're going to have the ones that she's already reported on before, the pictures and things like that, and the information available to you guys. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into our new books, movies, TV reviews, any of that stuff, just anything you want to get off your chest. So I know you don't have any like new stuff this week, but anything you just want to put out there to the people?
Oh, I do have one thing. We watched a movie on Netflix. I'm finna see the name of it. It's with Ben Affleck. Damn it, I can't think of the name. Hold on. It's gonna bother me if I can't I don't know the name of the movie.
Can you describe it?
So they basically, it's like they were set up to rob a bank. Is this it? Hold on. Okay, it's called The Town on Netflix. I watched it. I didn't watch it last week. It was actually before. Forgot to mention it. Very good movie. I made my husband restart it over because I came in. It literally probably the last 20 minutes, which is trifling of me, but whatever. So if you have an opportunity to check that out, it's a really good movie. I don't want to give any spoilers, but it's like they're bank robbers or whatever. Really sweet story at the end. I was like, oh yeah. I don't like Ben Affleck though, but it was a good movie and he didn't get caught. That was me giving a spoiler. That's spoiler alert. But definitely check that out. I think I already mentioned that I was watching Selling Sunset. I haven't watched the Temple one yet. And I'm still following my Law and Order SVU. I haven't caught up on organized crime as of yet. But if y'all are not watching it, definitely watch it. It is so good.
Okay.
Like so good. I don't really like the push of Olivia and Elliot being together. I just don't, because I feel like their relationship is one of those close relationships where it's like they're like brothers and sisters. It's just weird to see them like romantically connected. So, like I said, definitely watch it. It's even worse worth like binge watching. The first season, I will say, was kind of like a little slow. The second season is really good. It's not like it's the SWB. It's not like SVU where kind of some of those episodes stand alone. You will need to watch season 1, 2, and 3 like all together.
Okay.
So, yeah. But anyhow, if you have time,
I might check it out. See what's going on. I'm always looking for something new to watch on Netflix. All right. So on my end, I've been on a Hulu kick because again, I can't find anything right now to watch on Netflix. So I checked out I binged to watch Mindy Kaling's show, The Mindy Project. So the reason I watched it is because I told you I watched her show, The Sex Life of Girls on HBO, The Sex Life of College Girls on HBO Max, and I really liked it. But so I watched the Mindy Project. I mean, it has some funny moments, but it just like no, I don't want to like be judgmental, but I just don't understand how the whole series all she dated was white men. Like I don't understand. Like I think she tried to date one Indian guy, but he called her, I don't know what it is. It was some type of cookie because she was like she was brown on the outside, white on the inside, but whatever. And then she dated Neo because Neo was a guest star and that was the only black dude. I'm just like, so the whole every fucking season she dated all white men. And then she ends up pregnant and goes back to this ugliest white man. Like she was married to, in my opinion, a way more attractive white dude. She gets married and then ends up getting divorced from a way more attractive white dude, only to go back to this ugly ass, short ass, non-attractive white man. I really think I just didn't understand. Listen, and I feel like I'm being judgmental, but I don't get it. I don't understand. But again, I guess looking at her real life and seeing BJ Novak, who she's dated off and on, maybe that's what it is. Because BJ Novak is not attractive. He's an ugly white man too. So maybe she just like ugly white men. I don't know. But nonetheless, I mean, it has some funny moments. Like I said, I think she can be funny. So, and I always like to support women of color. So, and like I said, she can be funny and she writes her own comedy. She writes, produces, and all that shit. So if you want something to check out on Netflix, I mean, not Netflix, on Hulu, I'd say give it a shot. You know, it may be funny to you, may not be. At least if you're bored, it'll give you something to watch, you know. Also, obviously, like the rest of the world, I have checked out the first 3 episodes of Abbott Elementary. I am patiently waiting every Tuesday, well, actually every Wednesday morning, because most of the time I can't catch it live, but every Wednesday morning on Hulu to see the new Abbott Elementary. I just love that show. It is a good fucking show. Again, like you guys know, I tried to watch The Office and I couldn't fucking get into it. Again, maybe it's all the white folks. I don't know. But I couldn't get into it. Like I didn't see the funniness in it. But boy, Abbott Elementary, I guess Black people really just do everything better. But Abbott Elementary is good as fuck. I will say one thing though. One critique I have of the show, and it's not really a critique, but I feel like the Black guy who, the Instagram comedian who does the principal, the high school principal or whatever. I can't remember.
Is it damn son or something
like that?
Yeah.
But he does the, this is what remember your high school, whatever. I feel like they need to bring him on the show only because, like, I feel like bits and pieces of the high school principal that he does is reminiscent of the high school principal. But then again, I guess maybe because that's all of our experiences of what we remember. But I don't know. It just seems the similarities, even from like she does the little laugh after everything that she says and shit like that. I don't know, but I just feel like it would be a good, like, give a shout out to bring him on the show. But other than that, like I said, Abbott Elementary is the shit. I love it. I enjoy it. Tuesday nights are jam-packed with some good shit. Like Abbott Elementary comes on Tuesday nights. Grand Crew comes on Tuesday nights on NBC. Abbott Elementary is on ABC. So, I mean, it's some good shit. Like, we're getting some good TV. So I would say if you guys have some time, go check that out. And lastly, as I told you guys last week, I binged watched The Expanse and I was waiting for it to, I've been watching week for week for the final episode. The final episode aired. And so I finished the whole entire series. I did a review I wrote for the blog. It's up on our website, Pretty Nerdz. That's nerds with a Z, podcast.com. Go check it out. And you can see my full review of The Expanse season 6. The final season, as well as just my overall opinion of the series. So go hit the website and check it out. And that is all I got for new books, movies, and TVs and reviews and all that shit this week. Anything else on your end, Falan DeAnn?
Nothing else for me.
All right. So last and my favorite part of the show is I'm going to jump into the nerd moment of the week. So this is going to be really quick because it wasn't a lot of stuff that I saw this week. But for the gamers out there, Harry Potter Legacy, it's being reported that it may be delayed until 2023. So if you were looking forward to that game coming out this year, it's looking like it may be pushed back to 2023. So we shall see. The Batman, that's the new Batman that's starring Twilight guy. What's his name? Shit. Fuck. Why can I never remember this kid's name?
Are you talking about Robert Pattinson?
There it is. Robert Pattinson. Shit. I just call him Twilight. That's so sad. I couldn't stop calling him that. But yeah, so starring Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz. It'll be in theaters on March 4th, and then 45 days after that, you can stream it on HBO Max. Also, Bob's Burgers. You guys know I love me some Bob's Burgers, but Bob's Burgers, the movie, it is available. It's coming out on May 27th. So go check that shit out because you know I love me some Bob's Burgers. Support Bob's Burgers. That's my shit. Peacemaker, the show, is now on HBO Max. So it's streaming now on HBO Max. If you're into that, go check it out. You guys know I didn't even watch the second Suicide Squad because I'm just not really into James Gunn. I told you, I think he's a boring ass director. Guardians of the Galaxy was some of the most boring fucking Marvel movies to me. Like I fell asleep on them bitches because they were boring. And so I didn't watch Suicide Squad. Wasn't my cup of tea. So I doubt Peacemaker will be my cup of tea. But if you guys want me to watch, drop me some comments and I'll go check it out. And final news, one of my favorite guys, David Ramsey, He played John Diggle on Arrow. He is set to reprise his role as Dig in a new series called Justice U. Congratulations to him. He is just an ultimate professional, incredible actor. Love to see it. I love to see a Black man doing big things, getting his own show and shit. So congratulations. And I can't wait to check it out and see it. All right, so that is it for the nerd moment of the week. And that's all I got in terms of the show this week. I do want to give you guys one more reminder. So please, please, please go check out the website. That's Pretty Nerdz with the Z podcast.com. We got the blog, obviously, with the review up there. We're going to have some more blog pieces, some more reviews and things on there. Fallon's Missing is going to be up there as well. So the pictures of the women or, men or whatnot that she's talked about on the show, we'll talk about, and information on if you have any information or you've seen them, who you can contact. And yeah, to all of our listeners who continue to stay with us and new listeners, people all across the globe, shout out to the Caribbean because we do have a lot of Caribbean listeners. Thank you guys so much for listening and tuning in with us, and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.